lot of traffic today. It's a Monday. Feel like the traffic dies off later in the week, so a lot of people taking Thursday, Friday off. Seems like everybody in the world works on Monday, though. Luckily, we got this super fast 9 horsepower Honda Trail to keep up with the traffic here. Yeah, I was noticing like 90% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. If you're watching this video and not subscribed, if you can subscribe, I'll really appreciate it. Maybe if it's your first time watching, you know, don't worry about it. But if you saw my videos before, you know, you watch, this isn't your first time watching one of my videos, go ahead and subscribe. Why not? I'd do it for you. You don't have to click the notification bell or anything. Just subscribe, no notifications. That way you're not getting alerted when I post 15 videos in one day. But you know, eventually, if I get enough watch hours and enough subscribers, maybe I'll get enough money to buy a tank of gas or something, you know. Maybe a cup of coffee. You guys think of this ride? Pretty nice, huh? Sunny, warm. It's never a full day without sunshine in Florida. You might have thunderstorms and rain for 5 minutes or so. Never for the whole day. Sometimes it's even sunny when it's raining, you know. Which is weird. But for me, growing up in Michigan, you know, in Michigan we had days and days with no sunshine. Seemed like it was just sunny or cloudy and overcast for weeks, maybe even months, you know. so depressing. But here, you know, if it's not sunny, just wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and the sun will come out. There's something about getting sunshine on your skin every day, especially if you're riding motorcycles or riding bikes or doing stuff outside. Feels so much more alive, so much better. Having trouble seeing the traffic here. All these cars, I don't want to get run over. Let me see, kind of slowly edge out here. Aha. You know, I really enjoy riding the Harleys and the even the Shadow. I enjoy riding them every single day, but you know, I can't beat this one for the gas. You know, the more you ride, the more you have to think about how much you're spending on gas for no reason, you know. Spending enough money on other stuff. And you can ride a Harley here and get you know, 35 miles per gallon, or I can ride this at 125 miles per gallon. This should be the default bike, you know, especially when the top speed I'm going is only 35 miles an hour. But the sound isn't there, the torque isn't there, the coolness, you know, the feeling cool isn't really there, but man, it's fun. It is a fun ride. You can totally floor it, take off as fast as possible without getting a ticket. You know, a cop will be there with his radar gun pointed right at you. What is he going to do? It's not like you're burning rubber or popping wheelies. Goes a Polaris Slingshot. Down here they're registered as motorcycles, which is weird. You don't need insurance for motorcycles, so technically he can be driving that around with no insurance and a cheap license plate. Maybe that's the way to go if you need a car and you don't want to pay for auto insurance. Get a Slingshot, right? Instead of having motorcycles in a car, you could have motorcycles and a Slingshot. So technically, no insurance required, right? You know, to retire at 45 like I did, I really had to think of ways to either make more money or save more money, or just not spend as much, you know. So I'm always seeing stuff and doing a little math on it, and you're doing little, you know, thinking about why would you get something or not get something, you know. I guess I turned myself into like a natural cheapskate. I can go out and have fun without spending any money, or very little. You know, I can fill this thing up for like $3.50 and then go drive it 100 and something miles. How many miles per gallon do you get, man? You get a lot. How many times can I go to the beach on $3 with this thing? I would guess, I don't know, 10 times at least. You can go over this bridge wide open. What's gonna happen? That guy needs to watch his fishing pole. Had it hanging out so far. Car going by could have hit it. Sometimes I like to ride around and just avoid the red lights. Like anytime there's a red light, just turn right. See how long you can do it before you end up boxing yourself in. You don't want to keep going around in a circle, but if you're just having fun, why not? One of the reasons I like riding through neighborhoods instead of main roads. It's not so much the traffic or I'm afraid of getting run over. I'm just avoiding all these red lights. I mean, they take so long. Well, that's not a good example right there, but some of the lights down here in Florida, you can be sitting, 5 minutes. Sometimes even longer because they have some type of magnetic pickup in the road to make the light change green. And if you're on a little bike like this, it's not going to register. So, you might go through 2 or 3 light cycles and realize you're never going to get a green light, and then just have to go through it, Go through it or turn right. I guess I could have pulled right out on the beach today, but I'll just go back to my regular parking spot. Still want to get my walk in and get back and say bye to my son before he goes to school for the day. It's his senior year in high school, but he's also dual enrolled in college, so college classes didn't start yet, so he only has a couple hours of high school, so he gets to start later in the day for the first 2 weeks. But after that, he's going to have a full schedule. Two or 3 classes in high school and then a full-time college schedule, which is like at least 12 credit hours. But he'll be busy. Lots of homework too. We're here. Thanks for riding along. I'll bring you back home with me too afterwards. Hey, welcome back to the Solo Rider channel. Just had an awesome walk on the beach. If I had walked in a straight line, it would be a 2-mile walk, but I like to keep my feet in the water, so I kind of zigzag along the beach, so end up going a little further than 2 miles. Typically walk between 2 and 4 miles an hour. So it'll take me a half hour to an hour. Just long enough to get some sunshine, get a little exercise, get myself grounded. I walk barefoot on the sand and in the water. Kind of feel it kind of feel really good going barefoot sometimes compared to wearing shoes or Crocs. My life now, I pretty much try to stay barefoot, have shorts or swimming trunks on, and a t-shirt or no shirt. Gotten to the point where I hate wearing pants, hate wearing shoes. I'm always wearing Crocs or barefoot shoes or barefoot. I don't think I could go back to wearing the steel-toed work boots 16 hours a day. I think I'd last maybe one day of doing that and quit. But I've done it. That's how I made my living most of my life. Steel-toed work boots all day long. Not no more. Try to not even wear tennis shoes. One of my cousins told me I turned into a hippie since I retired. I guess I kind of did in certain aspects. Go around barefoot, don't cut my hair, don't wear pants. Don't shave most of the time. Just ride motorcycles to the beach and chill. Sometimes it's fun to just stand up while you're riding.